The stranger in the woods. Have you ever had that feeling? That strange, unsettling sensation that someone, something, is watching you? Not in the way you might feel a stranger glancing at you on a busy street, or someone catching your eye in a crowded room. I'm talking about something different. A feeling that crawls up your spine like icy fingers, that prickles at the back of your neck, that makes the hairs on your arms stand on end. The kind of feeling that tells you, without any logical reason, that you are not alone. That's exactly what I felt on the night I will never forget. This was supposed to be a perfect weekend, just me, my wife, and our dog, celebrating 10 years together under the stars. A secluded national park, untouched wilderness, an escape from the suffocating pace of everyday life. We picked a quiet spot by a serene lake, the crisp September air carrying the scent of damp earth and pine needles. There wasn't a soul in sight. Or so we thought. Have you ever been deep in the woods, surrounded by nothing but towering trees and the soft hush of wind through the branches? It feels peaceful, doesn't it? Until night falls. Then, that very silence turns into something else entirely. The trees feel taller. The shadows stretch longer. Every noise, every rustle, every snapping twig becomes something more. Something sinister. We weren't afraid. Not yet. But looking back, I should have listened to the voice in the back of my head. Because something, or someone, was already watching us. At first, everything seemed normal. We pitched our tent, gathered wood for the fire, and even took a short walk around the lake. That's when we saw him. Across the water, standing by the opposite campsite, was a man. He wasn't moving. He wasn't doing anything. He was just standing there, staring. I tried waving. No response. My wife laughed it off, saying he was probably some lone camper who preferred his solitude. But something about the way he stood, rigid, unmoving, made me uneasy. It wasn't natural. There was no gear around him, no signs that he was actually camping. Just him. As darkness fell, we settled by the fire, the crackling flames casting flickering shadows against the trees. It should have been comforting, but our dog wouldn't settle. His ears were perked, his body tense. Then, without warning, he leapt up, growling, a deep, guttural sound I had never heard before. Something was out there. I grabbed my flashlight, the beam slicing